Hi, it's Candy here, and I wanted to touch base. I know some of you saw my Facebook Live the other day where I was a little amped up after the Cubs win against the Giants. That was sort of the comeback that came out of nowhere, the ninth inning. So it's interesting, now that I've come down a little bit, I'm still got a lot of energy, still amped up quite a bit, and still celebrating. I was doing some reflection about the game and really wanted to make some correlation between what happened in the ninth inning and the comeback that the Cubs had and how that was so powerful and just provocative in the way that the game ended up resulting. And of course, you know, those of us that are Cubs fans were just delighted. But what I really realized was there's some really great business strategies that we can take as lessons to be learned from the Cubs game and from that win the other night. And so there's really three things that I want to call out that showed up and why the Cubs were able to have that win. First and foremost was they actually rallied, right? So, you know, they're down by 3 runs. They're going into the ninth inning and really feeling like, you know, for all sake and purposes, the game was over. I mean, if you were watching that game, and I know I was, sitting there with sort of the pit in my stomach going, oh my gosh, we're going to be 2-2. We're going to have to go have game 5 in Chicago. This is what it's going to look like. And what was interesting is those boys rallied. Those boys came together both offensively and defensively. And so when you are looking at your team and when you're looking at who your players are you leveraging opportunities for those people to be playing in their highest and best value? Because not only were the bats getting hot so that they came out and scored 4 runs, but then Chapman comes in and closes it with the best pitching he's probably put up in a really long time to close the game. And so the fact that the team came together, it wasn't one individual that created that opportunity, that turning point. It was the team collectively coming together. Hey, Jay, love that. Yes, go Tribe, right? Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be the Indians and the Cubs for sure in the World Series, so we'll have to talk then. But, you know, there's so much to be learned from what happened the other night between the Giants and the Cubs game and the fact that the Cubs rallied back, right? It was a team effort. It wasn't one guy getting up there. Yeah, there was one that started the momentum, but then it took a team. Everyone playing to their highest and best value. Everyone getting out there offensively and defensively to close the gap. So that's the first thing I really want you to consider is, are you leveraging your team at their highest and best capacity? Because if you're not, no wonder why you're feeling like you're falling short on the game, or maybe the score's not where you want it to be, but there's still an opportunity. There's an opportunity for you to offensively and defensively bring the team together so that everybody's leveraging their highest and best strengths to win the game. The second thing that showed up as the Cubs, you know, came back and made the comeback and really were able to turn things around was the fact that they never lost hope. How many times are you looking at the scoreboard? First of all, because you're comparing yourself to some arbitrary competition that doesn't even really exist out there. But you've created a mindset that says, oh, the competition looks like this, game over. How many times do you throw in the towel? Do you sit back on the bench when you didn't realize that the game was still going on? The clock's still ticking. It's not over until it's over. The Cubs never lost sight. They never lost hope. They always kept the end game in mind. And so the fact that that belief to their mighty mission, that belief to what they wanted to be the end, they came back and fought with everything they had because they never lost hope in the fact that the game was still going on. It's not over until that buzzer sounds. It's not over until, as they say, the fat lady sings, right? It's that whole cliche around, it's not over till it's over. But how many times are we in our businesses giving up because we're looking at a scoreboard, or we're looking at what it's going to require in order to get to that next level, or because we feel like so many things are coming at us that we're at a disadvantage? How many times are you giving up before the game is over? What about that last stretch? You got to be willing to take that last ditch effort. You got to put that last bit of muscle. Keep that mighty mission so front and center and make sure that you're doing everything you possibly can to stay connected and aligned to that before you give up. Don't ever give up until the game is really over. And just because you think the game is over, it's an opportunity to ask yourself, is it really over, or is the clock still ticking? So that is one of the things I think was so powerful the other night when the Cubs rallied back, is they never lost that hope. They never lost that belief in their ability, in their capability, their capacity, and in their potential to get it done and to see that through to the end. The third thing was the fans and the support. It's amazing how most of the stadium in San Francisco was Giants fans. But the minute that momentum started to fire back, you could hear people chanting, "Go Cubs, go," and they're singing the song. And so the small conglomerate of people that were there started to make their voices louder, to start to come together in unison to support and to love on and to tap into that belief that it wasn't over yet, right? And so I'm going to ask you, are you surrounding yourself right now with that same kind of support? Are you surrounding yourself with people that when in the 11th hour, when it seems like you've been beaten, when you're kind of feeling like the game might be over, are you tapping into a support network that's loving on you, that's championing you, that's cheering you on to help you push that extra mile? Because if you're not, if you don't have that kind of support around you, if you don't have people that are willing to rally for you, then it's time to rethink your network, to rethink those pieces. So the three things I want you to take away that were so profound is, I am still celebrating. For those of you that are Cubs fans, you get it. You get how important and how significant this is. This is our time. We are going to fly the W. We are going to take this to the home stretch. I believe that in every part of my being. But when you think about three things that we can learn for our own business as you watch that magnificent last inning and how it all came together, one is the fact that it really was a team effort. It was everyone playing to their highest and best value. And it was the team collectively saying, we're not done yet. Two, it was the belief. It was being so aligned and so connected to the mighty mission, to the outcome, to the absolute end game, the desire, the passion, and having everybody so deeply connected to that they never lost hope. Don't lose your hope. Keep the mighty mission in view at all times, and make sure that you're doing everything to align to it. Make sure that you've given it everything you possibly can in terms of effort, energy, and one last swing before you throw the towel in. And the game's not over until that buzzer goes off, or until that inning's over and that last strike is called, or until that last out, right? Don't prematurely make the game over before the game's over when there's still another inning to be played. Go out and play it like you would have your first. Give it everything you got, and stay connected to that hope. And then the third thing was around their support, right? It's the fans. It's the way people got really engaged. It's the way that they started to chant and cheer and support their team. Do you have that same kind of support network surrounding you? Do you have those people that are cheering you on when it gets tough? Do you have those people that are loving you and reminding you of how amazing and how wonderful and how gifted you are? You're talented. You are supposed to be going after that mighty mission. It's why it's there. I tell people all the time, look, you weren't given this thing that gives you fire. You weren't given passion to serve others, only for the God in the universe to go, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not for you. So if you believe that, if you believe that fire was put in you for a reason, then make sure you've got the people around you that are cheering you on to help remind you of that, to help you see the end game, that when the momentum starts to pick up again, man, they can lift you to a new level. So it's about team, it's about having belief, and it's about surrounding yourself by the right people that are cheering you on, that are celebrating who you are, and that are loving on you so that you can make that final push, because the game's still going, that you got that last inning, that you got that last space, that you can take that swing, that you can get out there and you can get that momentum going again, because the game's not over until the last out is played. Hey, Valerie, yes, yay for momentum. I'm so glad you're on here. Oh, that just fills my cup. So I want you to think about, do you have the team? Are you leveraging your highest and best capabilities, your capacity, and having everyone play to their highest and best value, and is the team coming together to rally for the win? Are you keeping your belief, that mighty mission, the thing that you're most passionate about, front and center so that you can keep the outcome in mind? And are you creating the right support network and love around you to support you through when you think the game might be lost, to help you push through, to realize there's still an inning left? With that, I hope you will take your own lessons, go back, watch that game again. It was just absolutely one of the best comebacks I've ever seen, and that's the thing. You get to make a comeback anytime you want. Just because you're feeling a little beaten, just because you're feeling like maybe you're out of the game, anytime you decide to step up, anytime you decide to bring the comeback, all you got to do is make the decision and get out there. So with that, I hope you're making it a phenomenal day. Have a phenomenal evening. I love you so much. Go be the best you can be. Be magnificent. Be fantastic. And realize there's still a lot of game to be played. And go out there and make your mark. Serve. Love full out. I love you. I will catch up with all of you soon. And I'm so glad for all of you that showed up. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you too, Valerie. I love all of you that are showing up. So anyway, make it a great night, and I will catch up with you later. Bye.